Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Briggs, and this is my dad, Brett, and we're the two owners here at Miles Pellet Stoves. And we're bringing you guys another video, a pellet stove repair video, focusing on this Quadra-Fire Castile. And we're going to be replacing a very common part that goes out in the pellet stove industry, and that part is...
And you're absolutely right. It's frustrating as heck when these go out, but pretty easy to put in, folks. This is called a looped igniter, and we're going to show you how to put it in the stove.
Let's do it.
Okay, friends, these are the tools that you'll need, and I have a lot of enthusiasm. This is just the way I am. Oh well, let's move on. You just need a Phillips screwdriver. You can use a regular one that you have in your toolbox, or you can have an impact with a Phillips. And obviously, the looped igniter is what you need. Let's go to the next step. Okay, friends, as always, in all of our videos, before you do any repairs, unplug, and unplug your stove prior to doing anything on these stoves because there's electricity in it. And if you feel uncomfortable doing the repairs, call your local service provider. Let's go!
Alright, let's get into it. So let's go find your igniter. So we're going to be focusing right down here where the ash pan is, and we're going to undo the latch. So right here, we're going to take that out, put it over here, take out the ash pan, slide it underneath the stove, and folks, your igniter is going to be right here held up by this wing nut. Now before we start undoing that, we're going to jump over to this step, and we're going to be tackling this side panel on the right. And the reason why we want to do this is so we can actually get to the wired connection to, well, essentially just disconnect it. So we're going to go over here, put that to the side. I'm going to dive over here, move this flashlight. I'm going to show you where the igniter wires are. So in here, right here, these are the insulated wires for the igniter, and they're going to be attached right into this wire harness. What we're going to do, we're going to undo them just as so. Keep those loose. You can kind of bring them down here, hanging to the side, and there's going to be this side hole right here. We're going to be focusing on here to funnel these wires out. So now that we have this half set done, we're going to go right down in here and start tackling this side. I'm going to go in here. I loosen this wing nut, and I'm going to take that out. You don't have to take it out all the way. Sometimes you can take it out pretty good. Keep it all together as one if things are friendly, and you're able to slide it out as so. So we're going to have it just like that. Hang that over here. Your left hand, you're going to be holding the igniter, and your other hand right here, you're going to be funneling out these wires one by one. I recommend doing it one by one because then it's a lot easier to push these connections on through. And sometimes you might have to use a little elbow grease. And so, let's see if we can get my friend here. And you can use tools if you want to make it a little easier. And then we'll finally get this guy right here to get that final one through. Just like that. And right then and there, here we go. Here's your old igniter. Alright, so let's put this new bad boy in. So over here, let's go down here, and let's focus on putting these wires through that grommet. So I'm going to again go over to the corner here, and one at a time for these wires. I'm going to go from the inside in here, and they're going to slowly fiddle out over here. And this is kind of a touch and feel game from the inside while you are able to see on this side. Basically, once you get it through this grommet, you are pretty golden. And right there, I got both of them in. They're nicely working with me. And I'm going to just keep funneling it through right there. I want to keep my excess wires over here so they don't get too loose in here and start resting on, well, a hotter surface like the burn pots up above. So once we have that through,
Let's see, I can't get it there. Yeah, they kind of.
So once we have that through, we're going to start putting this looped igniter back in its cage up here. So this might be a little hard to see with my hand getting in the way. But we want to get that first part of the igniter in as so. Gently slide it, and depending on the year of your model, this groove might change a little bit. This older model, the groove will be like that. You want to just wiggle it in as so, and then once that is ready, this wing nut, you're going to tighten down till you can't tighten it down anymore. And no need for tools on this part. You just want to hand tighten it, because once you hand tighten it, that is enough. For right here, we'll close this part up because we are done in here. Put the ash pan back and latch it up as so. And finally, we are going to connect the wires right back up. And when you connect these wires back to these connections, it does not matter which one's which, as long as you make that male-female connection solid. And same over here. Don't forget to connect these, folks. It's easy to forget these connections. And even though you might have a new igniter in, if it's not getting power, it's not going to do you any good. So right there, that is all good. Straightforward. Finally, put your panel back on. Put it back on right, that is. There we go. Oh, right here, folks, this is a good point right here. In this area, you can see how that wire got caught when I was trying to put this panel on. You can get creative and you can start using zip ties if you like to kind of hold these wires together, and so they don't start fanning out. And so that's a great suggestion if you like to have a little bit more organization. But for now, for this purpose, we're going to just make sure to tell you guys to have the wires in these areas. Go back over here and put this panel on. Don't forget to tighten the screws as so. There you guys go. You have a new igniter.
Okay, friends, we're done with it. And you know, hopefully this has helped you at home, and more importantly, save you money. So, Briggs?
All right. And remember, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. It always helps us build the channel, and we greatly appreciate your guys' help, and also motivates us to do more and add to the library.
I like it. We'll see you on the next video.
See you guys.